Hello guys, Jose Rodriguez here. In our previous video, I show you how you can access the logs collected by WAZUH, okay? And not only the logs that generate alerts, but also the rest of the logs, okay? Because sometimes it's interesting for us to analyze the entire context about an alert or any other event that is interesting for us, okay? I show you how can you access the configuration file and just by enabling the log all JSON parameter, okay, we can start generating. Let me 1 second. It's going to be ls-al bar OSEC logs archive. So after enabling that parameter, log all JSON, we can generate the manager server will start updating this file. It's going to create and then update this archive.json file that will contain all the logs that are being collected by the manager server. Okay, and we were able to access that information here. Now we also review what logs are being collected by default on Windows environments, and we saw that we talk about how the manager server is collecting application, security, and system logs by default. Okay, so before we jump into the video where we can add specific logs that are interesting for us, so what I'm going to show you is now how can we, what are the logs that are being collected by WAZUH by default on Linux environments, okay? So we are going to access our server. So let me see, I think it's here, okay? So this is my Ubuntu server, which is part of my agents. Let me show you here really quick. If we go to the menu, server management, endpoint summary. So we'll show you all the logs that are being collected by default on my Ubuntu server, okay, on my agent with ID number 4. Okay, so here's my Ubuntu server, and if you go to the WAZUH documentation, okay, if we go here, we go to WAZUH agent. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's user manual. You need to go to capabilities. Oh, my bad. User manual, capabilities, and then you go to log data collection. Okay, and if we go to configure for monitoring log files, okay, so the configuration file for Linux, okay, is under bar osec etc osec.conf. Okay, so if we go to the server again, what we are going to do is let's list first all this directory bar osec etc. Okay, and here's the configuration file. Okay, this is not on the server, this is on the endpoint. Okay, we are accessing the files in the directory in our Ubuntu server, which is one of the endpoints that we added. We enrolled this previously. Okay, so let's access this configuration file. It's going to be nano and then the same path bar osec etc and osec.conf. Okay, so here's the configuration information for the client. If we scroll down, we will get to the log file parameters here. Okay, and I think it's this one. Yeah. So by default, one of the logs. So first, the agent is collecting some logs by default, and one of these logs is the system logs, as you can see here. Okay. So these system logs, if we go, let me get out of here. In any Ubuntu server or any Linux server, you will find this file that collects system logs. Okay, so if you go ls-al and the directory is bar logs /bar/logs. What? Yeah, log, and we have the system logs here. Okay, syslog. So this log is collected by the agent by default. Okay, and if you want to access and see what is the content of this event, you can do, instead of ls-al, let's just do nano, and then we just add the name of, and these are all the different file logs that you can see. Okay, so all these logs are being collected by the WAZUH agent. Okay, so let me exit this. So if we go to our WAZUH server here, okay, and what we can do, actually we can go here and click on our Ubuntu server. Let's go to thread hunting, and we can see all the events here. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. These are the ones that have, yeah, these are the logs. But this is one view. The other view that you can access is, let's just access the dashboard that we created. Again, let me show you just a quick example on how can you use. I was reading more about DQL. I thought initially it was data query language, but it's actually dashboard query language. So if you click here, you maintain the click. You will get access to this link where you have some ideas of what is the syntax that you can use. Oh, this is not the current information. Let's go to the current documentation. So here you have some documentation on the syntax that you can use to search for a specific values or specific patterns. Okay, so what we can do here is just, we can use this query, for example. Give me all the events where the agent name starts with Ubuntu. Okay, and here are all the events. As you can see, these are the program name for this is cron. You have systemd, so different options. Okay, so all these logs are part of the system logs from our Ubuntu agent. Okay, and that's it. So now you see that in both cases, Windows and Linux, the WAZUH agent is collecting events by default. Okay, so now in our next video, I'll show you how can you start adding new logs for new logs to be collected by the agent. Okay, so that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.